Haribol, and welcome to lesson 21 of basic Mridanga instruction. Today we continue and finish the second of the two-part series, which constitutes the five-part kirtan progression. In the first part, part one, we went over the first two parts of this kirtan progression. That first mantra was Khe, Gi Dha Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Ta, Tiri Ta. And it sounded like this. Okay? And then the second piece that we already reviewed was the swing Kaherva mantra that follows immediately after that, which goes Dhere Ta Khe, Dhere Ta Khe. Alright, today we're going to cover the last piece of this, which is where the kirtan goes from medium pace all the way to the exciting conclusion, the fast pace. So, part 3 is where we start to get really excited about this now. We're starting to go into a medium, really kind of trucking along, moving faster kind of pace. And the mantra for that is as follows. Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. One thing, remember from last time I mentioned that these last few parts of the kirtan progression have a swing tempo to them. So it's not straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, da, 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 da. Swing. So you heard that in the mantra that I recited. Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe. It's important to keep that swing feel in it. It really makes it a difference. It really makes it more alive, I feel. So let's go and learn the third part of this progression. Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. Now, this Dhe is going to start with the index finger closed on the right or the daya side, like that. Dhe, Dhe, Dhe. And then the Re, of course, with the other three fingers. Dhe, Dhe, Dhere Ta, Dhere Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Dhere Ta Khe, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. That's it. That's the first line. Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. Now, in this mantra, the marker beats are the first K in each stanza or couplet or part of this couplet, basically. Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. All right? So that's the real slap beat that you have to put in. Dhere Ta, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta. Now, the last part, of course, is Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. I love the symmetry of this mantra. It's very easy to do on the right side because it's almost exactly the same each time. Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. All right? It starts with the index finger closed. Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe. Okay? So the whole mantra together, we're going to do it a little bit slower and then we'll speed up. We'll do a few cycles. That's part 3. Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta. In part 4 of this Kirtan regression, we start to go into a subdivided mantra. So that was 8 beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dhere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Tere Ta Khe, Khe Ta, Dhere Ta. So you see how it's 8 beats long. Now we're going to a mantra that's more or less 4 beats long. And the mantra in its entirety is Tiri Kakati Gi Dha, Tiri Kakati Gi Dha, Tiri Kakati Gi Dha, Tiri Kakati Gi Dha. Now let's break it down. Again, it's only 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiri Kakati Gi Dha. So, Tiri is like Dhere in the previous mantra. Tiri Ka. So it's simply index finger first, and then close all other fingers. Tiri, Tiri Ka, Ka. So both of these Ka is Khe plus Ta together, Ka together, and both of these are hard slaps. This is a 2 slap, 1 open kind of mantra. Tiri Ka, Tiri Ka. Only 1 open at the end, so you'll hear that as we go along. Tiri Ka, Ka, Tiri Ka, Tiri Ka, Ka, Tiri Ka. So let's do this cyclically. We'll start slow and then we'll go faster. Tiri Ka, Ka, Gi Dha. Okay? Tiri kakati gija, tiri kakati gija. Now, that makes part 4. The last part is a simple mantra you may have heard a million times, but let's make it formal and clear. A very simple variation of the fast Kaherva, 4 beats. And this goes Dhere Ta Khe Gi Dha Ta, Dhere Ta Khe Gi Dha Ta, Dhere Ta Khe Gi Dha Ta, Dhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dhere Ta Khe Gi Dha Ta, Dhere Ta Khe Gi Dha Ta, Dhere. So let's break it down. Dhere Ta Khe. The Ka here is the marker beat. It needs to be the nice crisp crack slap that the left side is. Dhere Ta Khe. Okay? Dhere Ta Khe. And then the rest. Gi Dha Ta. Gi Dha Ta. Alright, so let's go again. Dhere Ta Khe. Gi Dha Ta. That's it. That's the whole mantra. Let's go through it step by step. We'll do it cyclically at a slow speed and then faster. Okay? And it goes on from there. So this, you have now covered all 5 parts of the 5-part kirtan progression. And this was in a video series of 2. This is the second video. Let's now talk about how to apply the full progression to a kirtan. So you've learned all 3 parts, and we did the last 3 today. Let's start with part 3, go through the rest, and see how they build on top of each other. So at some point, when the bhajan is going on, the song is being played at a certain speed, it's time to move on to the next speed, and you would start with number 3, then go to 4, and then 5. Let's go ahead and put those all together so you see how it can flow together. Okay, so all of these parts flow together one after another. All 5 parts have been covered, and I'll cover them all again just to cap it all off. The first part is Khe Ta, Dhere Ta Khe. I won't go into detail. You can go back to the first part of the series to see the full detail of these mantras. Let me go ahead and play all 5 of them again just to conclude. Okay, that's all 5 parts, one after another. Please go through and make sure you learn how to play each one of them before you go on to the full progression. But once you do, it'll be a wonderful experience where you can take a kirtan from one mantra to the next, from one speed to the next, all the way through. If you keep it real steady, everything really flows well. Hopefully you'll appreciate playing this simple variation with other people who are playing the Mridanga the same way. Now, as with any of these mantras, you can of course insert decorations or more complex variations of any of these mantras at any time, according to your skill level and how appropriate it is for the particular kirtan that you are playing in. So, for example, may be a very energetic and high speed, loud type of kirtan. You may want to tone it down sometimes and do like something like this. And in this case, I'm playing with the little fingers rather than the whole hand to make the sound a little softer. So there's many different types of variations you can place upon this progression, but I recommend start with the basic progression, and learn it real well before you move on to any further detail enhancement, any further decoration that you might add to this. Thank you very much for listening. Have fun. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, louder, not faster. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare